All right, Darren Criss, series regular, season 3.
No,
Love hearing that.
it's very nice. It's very encouraging.
Yeah. So, this whole ride you've been on, a year ago, none of this had really taken off as far as Glee.
A year ago, I was at Comic-Con, and I was on a panel for the Harry Potter fandom, and we were like worried that nobody was going to go because everybody was at that damn Glee panel, whatever the hell that is. It hasn't even been a year yet. It was a crazy year. I'm like, no, it won't be a year until September.
Which side is sweeter, being on this side or being on the fan side?
Fan side.
Yeah?
Absolutely. I mean, that's not to decredit how awesome it is to be on this side. It's quite a treat. But there's something about having a drink at a party that you snuck in. It's always a little more exciting than one that you just kind of walked right into. But it's, talk about a very serendipitous twist of fate. It's been crazy. Comic-Con has been a very serendipitous place for me. The first one I ever went to, I slept outside on the lawn at Hall H. I've always tried to get into Hall H. And now that I did a panel at Hall H, it's crazy. Last year with the Harry Potter thing, now with the Glee panel. One of the first panels I ever went to was for Eastwick. Several weeks later, I worked on Eastwick. So it's a very auspicious place. There's something in the air here, and I don't know how I can possibly top this year. I just can't believe that God.
Yeah. Well, you and Blaine, of course, really impacted the show last season, and now you're a gay icon, gay advocate. Whoever did you ever plan that?
I don't think anybody plans that. If you do, I'd like to know if you succeeded. Ian said something very cool today, where he's like, you don't sit down. Someone asked a very interesting question, and someone asked, do you think the popularity of Glee has changed the way you write, or kind of has it cheapened anything? She asked in a very sweet way, but it was the question was, do you think it's gotten harder to kind of keep up?
Right.
And Ian said, nobody sat down to write a phenomenon. They didn't sit down and write, a game-changing cultural zeitgeist. It was just something that happened. So, and that's why they do happen, because they're organic. So for me, I got really lucky, and I tried to work as hard as I could. And if anything has come from that, that's wonderful. And I think it has to do with a wonderful character and a wonderful show, and very little to do with me, but I certainly tried.
Okay. And now with the new season, I know you guys haven't started yet, but do you think we're going to get to know more about Blaine? Maybe meet his family and see more about this guy.
I would love to meet his dad. But again, I've been invited to this party that to feel entitled to anything is absurd. I'm a guest in this place, and if they decide to write for Blaine more, that's great. But Blaine's been spoiled. I really would like to hear more from the other characters. There's so much potential from so many other people that I would really love to see and hear about as a fan of the show. This isn't a show about 5 people in an apartment. It's like 14 plus people, and there's so much cool space for character journeys that we haven't seen yet. So I hope to see some of that. But yeah, sure, Blaine's dad would be cool to me, because Blaine has some daddy issues.
Yeah. Now, any songs that you have heard recently that you're like, oh my god, I want to do this on the show? Does that kind of come to your mind a lot when you hear music?
My answer is always, if they give me songs, that's cool enough. I should be so lucky that they give me songs. I always tend to enjoy songs that you wouldn't expect. I like the fact that the Warblers recontextualize songs, like the fact that Teenage Dream is a female song, but they kind of take the heart of the song as opposed to kind of the peripheral things about it. Yes, it's sung by a girl, but it doesn't need to be sex specific. So I like songs that kind of throw you for a loop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to see you.